Well, hello everybody and welcome back to Only Leeds Bros. Hope everybody is keeping and doing well. Just out on a bit of an evening walk here, and as always, thinking about Leeds United Football Club. I thought by this stage I might have calmed down about Leeds United, calmed down about the weekend, but I haven't, and it's more turned from the result to our manager, Daniel Farke. Anybody that has followed Only Leeds Bros would know that we're a positive channel. We always try to look at things glass half full, the positive side of things, the silver lining in things. And probably for the first time this season, I'm not used to making videos like this. Probably for the first time this season, I'm feeling a little bit negative towards Leeds United. I'm feeling a little bit worried about what holds, and it's purely down to the manager, Daniel Farke. And it all comes down to the goalkeeper and the stubbornness not to drop him, to persist and persist and persist. And I fear that Daniel Farke's stubbornness is what's going to do Leeds United out of promotion. We bring it back to the game against Sunderland. We all know what happened to Illan Meslier. He hit a sprinkler, hit a bobble, hit a GPS, whatever happened. Fine. Okay, let's move on. Let's move forward with it. He decides to back Meslier when probably 2/3 of the fan base wanted Illan Meslier out. So that's fine. He decides to back him. So we all turn around and go, we're still away from January with no choice. He clearly doesn't trust Carl Darlow, so we've no choice but to go with Illan Meslier. Grand. Then the Hull City game comes. Well, there's a few iffy ones between that, so you had the Preston one as well. But more so than the absolute clangers that he had at Hull, and he still decides not to drop Illan Meslier. So it comes down to then that Daniel Farke needs to have the balls and make the right decision and take Illan Meslier out of the squad, and he doesn't do that. Again, he goes against the grain, goes against what everybody else in the fan base is saying, is drop Illan Meslier, that he's not it. So he decides to persist with him. And at that time, we spoke on Only Leeds Bros and we asked the question, are we all confident as a fan base that Illan Meslier won't make another howler and make another mistake from then towards the end of the season? And the overriding answer to that was no, absolutely not. And I asked that question again. In these last 7 games, are we all as a fan base certain that Illan Meslier is not going to make another howler from now towards the end of the season? And it's again, no, absolutely not. And I fear, how does he deal with the pressure of these upcoming games? If it comes down to the Stoke game where we must win to get promotion, or it comes down to the Bristol City game where we must win to get promotion, how does Illan Meslier handle that? And I just don't think he does. I don't think he has it. And God forbid, the dreaded one, if we end up in the playoffs, again, how does Illan Meslier deal with that? And again, I don't think he does. So I think for the good of the team, the good of Illan Meslier, he needs to take him out of this team. And I spoke about this with a couple of Leeds content creators and asked the question, is it that Daniel Farke just wants to be proven right in his decision? And I really do think it is. I think that's the stage that it's got to now, is that it doesn't even matter about, making the right decision. He will persist with what he's done until it's proven right. And ultimately, I think that's going to cost us our job and cost us promotion. So that's the part about Illan Meslier. I think it's everybody in the fan base's opinion that he has to be dropped and Carl Darlow has to come in for the last couple of games of the season. The defence aren't confident enough in him. You can see that between Joe Rodon, Strike, Firpo. You've seen Willie Nonto. You've seen all the players' reactions at the weekend. And I think that tells us all tales. So surely Daniel Farke has to sit down with the captain, Ethan Ampadu, and ask, are these players confident in the goalkeeper? And I think the overriding response will be no, absolutely not. So he has to be taken out. Then you look forward then to the squad as a whole then on the weekend. You look at Brendan Aronson, who scores the goal, and apart from that, doesn't do anything else. Anonymous in the game, getting pushed off the ball. You've Dan James as well, who's been absolutely phenomenal this season. In my opinion, he's been my player of the season. But the last couple of games, again, he's been off it. Manor Solomon was off it. And then again, we go back to Ethan Ampadu, who's been injured for the last 6 to 7 weeks, has only had rehab work, and he decides to play him on the weekend. And even a blind man can see after 10 minutes into the game that Ethan Ampadu just wasn't at it. And this is no fault of any of these players. This fault all lies on Daniel Farke persisting with the same team again, falling back into his old traits of wanting to pick his favourite players. We've seen it again with Sam Boyram as well the weekend. I love Sam Boyram to bits. But he's not it. He's not it going forward, is he? He gives it to you defending wise, absolutely. That's a given. But going forward, he's just not it. Junior Firpo played 1 match during the international break. Yeah, he travelled a long way. but he decides not to play Junior Firpo, and then plays Manor Solomon, who plays the 2 games during the international break. So some of the decisions from Daniel Farke in the last couple of weeks, I think, for me, has been poor. So he has to shake it up now. The rotations have to come against Luton Town. He has to assess the squad. For me, Willie Gnonto has to come in. I read a stat there yesterday that Willie Gnonto and Brendan Aronson have the exact same goal contributions this season, with Willie Gnonto playing over 1,000 minutes less than Brendan Aronson, which is absolutely crazy. And I'll probably get a couple of people on this saying, well, Gnonto doesn't do the press, Gnonto doesn't do the press. I don't care anymore. I really don't care about the press. I don't care about performances anymore. I care about points on the board. And for me, Willie Gnonto will score you goals and he will assist for you. Our team, our midfield and our defence are strong enough to deal with it if we change the goalkeeper, in my opinion. So again, guys, I want to know your opinion. What do we do going forward? Are you worried about Leeds United? Do you still believe that we'll get automatics? Or is it going to be the dreaded playoffs? Don't forget to slap a like on the video and hit subscribe to the channel. We'll catch you all again soon.